Hey guys, what is up? This is Griefdrums. Today we're going to be taking a look at some map tips and tricks. We're going to be looking at house today. Now, a lot of people already know the majority of places for the maps. They know all the good shooting holes, they know all the good areas and the good lines of sight. Hopefully some of these I'm going to be able to divulge a little bit more information. Some of them you may know, some of them you might not. These are things that I've found as I've gone on playing the game. I'm currently sat at nearly 300 hours, which I know isn't massive in the grand scheme of things, but considering I have a full-time job, it's still quite a lot. You know, my missus has barely seen me for the past few months. So the first one is this little drone spot. You can actually jump over those lockers. I see a lot of people driving past this, but it's actually a set of lockers that you can jump over, and it chucks you straight into the kitchen, which is obviously somewhere where the hostage is usually stored. The second thing is actually in the kitchen. Now, as you come into here, if you're playing as Ash, the walk-in wardrobe for the master bedroom is directly above you. It runs from this fridge here in a line. This is the wall, or where the wall is situated, up to this lights. Now these lights, I'll just put this line here. That there is the walk-in wardrobe. There is very often people hiding in the walk-in wardrobe if the hostage is located in the master bedroom. So the hostage is normally sat about there. So it is a good place to hide and defend, and there's very often people hiding in here, shooting out through little murder holes. Let's go ahead and go back downstairs, and what I'm going to do is, if you are playing as Ash, when you come in here, if you pop this open with your breaching round, I've got so many kills from doing this, I really have. It just opens it all up and you can see into it. They're not really expecting it, certainly not at the beginning of a game. And the further over you open it, the more into the corners you can see. You can see right into the corner, and there's usually a murder hole there. So this is a really handy little trick. It does use up at least one of your breaching rounds, but they're there to be used, so you might as well. Right, while we're in here, this is usually the place that guys set up a murder hole. If you don't know about this, it gives you a really nice line of sight all the way down to the workshop entrance. If you open this up at the beginning of the map, you can see all the way down there. On the outside is the bookshelf. So a lot of people don't, you know, if you don't know about this, you can't shoot through the bookshelf. What you can do, however, I haven't got any breaching rounds left, so I'm going to show you with this breaching charge. It's the same sort of concept. You can actually blow up the bookshelf. So by firing a breaching round into that, you can open up that entire wall, and then you can shoot through it. That's often something people aren't expecting. You can also, you know, once you've done that, you can breach this wall and come into the room this way. Okay, so the next tip I want to show you is, as you come in through the main door, you can go down the stairs in towards the gym. This little door here. As you're going down there, halfway down on the right hand side, you can actually make a murder hole on this wall as well. This is a really, really unexpected place, and it is really difficult for them to see. Right, once you've opened this up, you can really clearly see the front door. This can allow you to get headshots, knee shots, leg shots. It all depends on the angle that you stood at. But as you can see, it's really, really difficult to spot it. I'll go outside and come back in. As you're coming into the front door, you just wouldn't see that. I've got many kills with that before. Obviously, you're a little bit open on the other side, but you can just drop down the stairs and come up at a different part of the house. If you're coming from this way, you can't see it because you're not going to be looking there. So that is a really, really tasty little spot, especially if you're defending sort of the kitchen area or even the lounge area with the snooker table in it. The next little spot is in this dining area over in the corners. That trap door is the one that leads into the master bedroom, but very often there's people hiding just behind here. So a couple of rounds in there isn't going to go amiss, especially if you've got a drone upstairs and you can see that someone's hiding there. It's exactly the same for the other corner over here, and both of these places directly correlate to being there on the left and also on the right hand side. Now these are places that people often hide behind, using the bookshelf as cover. So a couple of rounds there, you're not guaranteed a kill, but it's highly likely that you're going to injure someone. Next up is the fact that if you're hiding in those places, the wardrobes are destroyable. If you've got grenades or Ash's breaching round and you know someone's hiding behind it, all three of those wardrobes in the back of that room you can destroy. Another wall that you can destroy is back in the kitchen, just up here behind this counter, near the fridge. If you shoot through here, obviously I'm going to put a massive hole here just to give it away a little bit and show you what you can see. In the game you wouldn't put anything nearly as big, but you can see up onto the stairs, and also if you stand up you can look down to see who's coming up from the basement. This is a really, really sneaky spot if you put a tiny little murder hole in there. People never ever expect to see you there because they don't know that wall is destructible. Anyone coming in through the kitchen area, you've got the drop on them. Next one's this one over here. You can see all the way down into the garage, and I'm out of ammo. But trust me, you can see all the way down into the garage if you open that up in a certain way. It's a really cheeky little spot, and it's handy if you're defending this room. Over in the corner of this room, if I'm just gonna put a line around here. There's a little white patch over in the corner, and if you come up to probably about a little bit further, about here, this line is directly above the door that enters into the gym area downstairs. I'll quickly nip there and show you whereabouts it is. As you come into the gym area, it's not in that bit, it's here. Okay, I probably could have gone a bit over to the left, but you get the idea. If anyone's coming in through that door and you've blown a massive, great big hole with a shotgun, you're going to get the drop on them. You're going to see straight down on top of them. This is so cheeky, and I've got a couple of kills with it. Not many people enter through that door, but if they do, you've got them. There is no way that they can escape it. It automatically cuts off that as a point of entry. So that can be a really, really handy spot if you are being that guy that hunkers down. Right, down in the basement area, very often you will find people hiding over in that area near the pantry bit. This they think is indestructible, but if you come around here, around the back of the vehicles, this wall here, you can actually blow up. And it's obvious that you can, but people very, very rarely do it for some reason. If you blow this up, it's probably because you can't get through it, but if you blow this up, you've got an awesome line of sight into the room. Right, the final tip for this episode is over in this corner. If you've got a shield and you're playing as a defender, you can set it up in the corner. Now, by vaulting over this at an angle, you can actually get up onto the wardrobe. This wardrobe isn't by any means bulletproof or anything like that, and as you've seen, you can blow it up. However, at the beginning of a game, this could give you that couple of seconds extra edge just to get that headshot on someone. I'll be honest, it's not something I ever use just because of the fact that it isn't bulletproof, but, you know, it might pay off for someone. Hopefully these little tips and tricks will help you out in the quest for getting more kills on this map. If there's any that I haven't mentioned, make sure to let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and until next time guys, I've been Griefdrums.